Check out this clip from the latest pre-patch podcast.
Rainbow Six Siege Twin Shells operator drop that happened I think today or yesterday. Like it
Yesterday.
literally yesterday.
Yeah.
It literally just
Nice.
dropped.
Well, good timing, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah,
I
Bill
will,
meant for that.
I will say, as so far so good, the season feels really good.
Really?
And I think they finally got the anti-cheat working.
Did they?
Wow, and that's coming off of last season, which was touted to be like one of the worst in a long time.
It was one of the worst in a long time.
Yeah.
So they're doing something new with the anti-cheats to kind of kick off what the new season is bringing, where they've, believe it or not, they didn't have encryption on their coding up until this point. So now the code is actually going to like shuffle and encrypt as like the
live.
game is being like live, so that cheats are
That's
not going to be
crazy.
able to cheats aren't going to be able to latch onto code as easily because the game is going to be constantly like shuffling and encrypting its code. So the
That's
fact that
kinda
that wasn't
crazy.
the case
That's
up
so
until now,
crazy.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
nobody knew that until they announced it.
That's fucking.
Why would you even
dangerous,
announce that?
man.
Why
That's
would you
that's
just
not
not
just that's not just stupid in terms of like the game and the fairness of the game. That's like you're not encrypting fucking information for people.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
so
rough.
this is year it's year 9, season 3, right? I think
I think so.
I think
Twin
that is
Shell.
I'm pretty sure it's Y9SO3 is what I keep seeing. So that's year 9, season 3. So yes, I'm actually reading it right off here. Year 9, season 3. All right, so year 9, season 3. Obviously the anti-cheat stuff, but the big thing that they brought is the new defender operator, which is Scobos. And this is a handy-capable operator. They're in a wheelchair, and they are the way that they interact in the game, because I don't want to get into the whole meme bullshit that was out there, which was terrible, but is there are 2 bots essentially that Scobos has control over. They are robotic bots, and you operate them independently, but you have to kill them both to fully eliminate Scope. What?
No. That's false.
You don't have to kill them both?
Nope.
You just have to kill the one that is being controlled.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have
It'll kill Scobos for the rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way the Scopus works is there's the 2 bots. One is in deployable shield camera mode, so it's basically a bulletproof camera that's also a deployable shield. And then the other one is running around like a standard operator. You can switch back and forth between them at will. They both have independent health bars. They both have independent ammo counts. But if the one that you are controlling gets downed, then you are eliminated. Your camera drone, like your shield drone or bot, will still be there unless it's taken out, but you won't be able to like activate it and make it run around as an operator once the one you're controlling gets taken
So in
down.
what what point would you
sorry, Sin, I thought you knew that. That is what the first initial reaction and everybody swarmed at, like, what, 1 operator 2 lives, like that's not fair, and it's just like, but that's not the case at all.
Well, my question is that, like, technically, wouldn't you have 2 lives? I mean, how fast can you swap between the 2? Like, if you're getting in a fucking firefight, can you swap really quickly before you die?
Even if you swap and you leave your bot there and they kill it, then
so once you're swapped, if they destroy that bot, it doesn't matter,
one, right?
Yeah,
but how fast?
But technically, you do have 2 lives.
Not really. I guess you have to think of this in Rainbow Six Siege like mindset. If the bot gets headshot, you're not going to be able to swap.
Yeah. I mean, the time to kill in this game is extremely quickly. But if you are quick enough,
it's not.
You
quick
technically
enough.
have to.
It's not quick enough to, like, in the middle of a gunfight, like you're getting shot to just like hit the swap button and go. It's about 2 seconds.
So it has a small. Okay, that was the question that I was asking. Was like, how quick can you just like instantly when you start getting fucked, you could just like bam go.
Then I was a little unaware too, because I definitely thought like when you die, like if your bot that's not active does die, then you also go down, kind of like you're protecting. You have to protect it or be aware of it.
Nope, you just lose the ability to swap to it.
So I could get into a gunfight where I'm at 6 health and then pop the corner, pop down, and then swap to my now technically what could be full health robot, correct?
Correct. That is
Yeah.
correct. Yes. Or
They
if you
also-
win your gunfight and then you go down to 6 health, you could swap to your bot and have
Yeah.
a full health
A full
operator.
I will
health
again,
bar.
yeah.
say there is also a
So-
con though that I do know to be true, that you cannot be like healed by like say like a doc or
there's
like
no-
anybody
yeah.
else who heals.
You're a robot.
So
No
you're a
healing,
robot,
can't wear
no
rook
healing,
plates to expand
can't-
your health
yep.
pool.
It'd be
So,
hilarious if they made it so like Bandit, Cade, or anything like that that's electrifies. You could just walk up and get healed that way. Fucking just
That would
or like
that would be
overcharged or something.
that would be pretty
that would be
interesting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I mean I have not yet had a chance to play it. I am again, the feedback that I am getting is it's really good. I'm also, what I like probably more than anything about the way that the operator looks and plays, and I'm seeing people now talk about it, but my first interaction was some of the setups that you'll be able to do with this is going to be wild, and I also am wondering if it's going to also cause issues with some of early Siege. Like, you could get out of the map if you put down a barricade, and then like you could figure out a way to like jump and mantle the barricade to pop yourself outside the map. I'm wondering if that kind of stuff does start to exist.
I'm sure there'll be something coming out of
I
this.
don't imagine it's going to be anything worse than what we have with Azami, because she has
Yeah.
the barricades that you can throw down and then vault over. So any
It's true.
movement text or anything like that Azami can do, she should be able to do it more egregiously than what Scopos could do.
Yeah. It's pretty dope that I think it's expanding the gameplay, because it's giving you another element of like, hey, like you essentially have a deployable shield as a character in a spot that like almost like an Osa, but a little bit different. I don't know. Like I think it's cool, right? It adds a huge element.
Cool. And the thing I like about it is it's being able to play both the tank or the anchor and the roaming role in one operator if you're good enough at it. You can set your Scopos up on site, and then you can take the other one off site. You can do your roam, maybe get into a gunfight or two, potentially get somebody taken out, but waste enemy time. And
Yeah.
then if you get low enough health or you get the kill that you were looking for, you just swap back to site. Or if they start pushing site from an angle that you aren't at, there's no risk. You don't have to worry about running back to site. You can just swap over to your bot as long as they haven't taken the site and took your bot down. Now you're in the fight.
They look challenging. It looks like there's a pretty steep learning curve with this op, to be
How
honest.
loud are the mechanics switching, like them going into that mode? Is it pretty
It's loud. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's loud as fuck. Like you
Okay.
can hear from like 2 rooms away of them, like the gears unhinging and like the
That's
shield
good.
coming down.
Because that
Like the noise of when you're deploying a deployable shield.
yeah.
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 It sounds a lot like that whenever they're
Okay.
getting up, like that shield going down and going behind them.
Okay.
And they're
'Cause-
completely vulnerable as they're going through that animation. So if you catch them while
That's
they're
why
swapping,
switching on the go is very tough.
they're a free kill. Or if
Yeah.
somebody's cheeky and puts a claymore up behind your Scopos, and then you switch back to it, you instantly
Oh
die
yeah.
because of the
Yeah, I've
claymore.
also seen people like attackers use Scobos, like inactive Scobos' shields as their own covers, which is a crazy play.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so,
because
like, it
there's
could
no
be-
risk to it, because if they do swap to it, you just take them out.
Yeah, you just take them
Yeah.
out. Yeah, so it's an interesting op for sure to add.
Yeah.
outside
Also,
of
one
that,
thing I do want to add about the operator herself is I didn't know this until like recently. I guess she is a character from Rainbow Six lore, like from past games. She was in Rogue Spear and Raven Shield.
cool.
Didn't know that.
So I don't know if any of you guys have played those games, but she is an established Rainbow Six character.
Not for the lore.
coming into
I
Siege.
don't know. I mean, here's my thing with the lore, right? The moment that you start adding Rick and fucking Morty and WWE skins into it, the whole lore thing for me goes out the
Or
fucking
goes
window.
out the fucking window.
I
Fair
don't know.
enough, fair enough.
I take skins out of I
Yeah,
Skins
I don't
aren't-
know.
if I
Skins aren't
No,
meant to-
I
aren't
get it. I'm just saying
canon.
the moment that I start
Yeah.
seeing fucking Morty walking around, I'm like, all right, so here we are. And I got
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey fucking throwing a damn impact grenade in my face.
Fair enough. They also brought a new gun in. So Scopus gets a new gun. It's an AR. Fairly slow rate of fire, but it does hit like an AR, so it's a decent gun for defense.
Is that that bullpup gun I've been seeing?
Yeah, it's bullpup, but it has like the skeleton
Yeah.
frame to it. It's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nifty like looking gun, and it
looks very futuristic.
yeah, it goes well with like the robot theme. but-
Totally.
Cool. Did they add anything else? Any other big changes or things
They
happened?
reworked a few operators. Nuck can now have her gadget on infinitely as long as she's not sprinting, vaulting, or doing like weird stuff. So she
I know
can be
Solos got a big change.
Yeah, Solus, you don't see gadget. Like you can see the gadget, but you can't tell what the gadget is until you like do your ping, and you only get 3 of those pings now instead of it being on a charger.
Which is good. I think that she was busted.
And she still can't use her goggles during prep phase to like drone hunt. So
good.
She has to wait until after prep phase to actually use her gadget. So
cool. Yeah, awesome.
Dokkaebi can't call until 45 seconds into the round.
That's
now,
also
so.
fucking huge. And I think she only gets
huge.
You can't use Dokkaebi for Roger. It's not enough. She's still broken. Dokkaebi, and I've ranted so much to my friends that are playing the game still. They're probably sick of hearing it. Dokkaebi is the only operator in the game that has 3 fucking abilities on one goddamn operator. She has the calls that make your phone vibrate. She can take over your fucking cameras, and she kicks you out of cameras whenever you're on a camera. Like that is so fucking dumb.
Can't she do something with Scobos too? Does she have something that whenever she hacks the cameras or hacks some shit, can't she hack Scobos or something?
No, that's Brava. Brava can.
Yeah.
I thought I read something. Can she shut down his or the new ones bots that are on cameras?
Brava can. Brava,
if
she hacks the bot whenever it's in shield mode, it goes into an overheat cycle. You, the player, get notified that your bot's overheating, and you can either swap to it to stop the overheat, or you just let it die. It takes about 5 seconds for it to overheat.
Does Scobos use a cell phone, a phone for the cams?
It's got an iPad on its wrist, so it'll still drop an iPad if it dies.
Because I was gonna say that would be super silly.
Yeah, for Dokkaebi, if you kill the shielded one, I'm pretty sure it drops a phone too, so you don't even have to kill the actual operator to get a phone to get access to cams.
You just got 2 robots walking around with fucking iPhones in their pocket.
That's what I was gonna. That's really silly, dude.
And if you Dokkaebi call, it makes a big fucking Dokkaebi symbol like show up on the operators, like in the middle of the operator's view. It's real fucking annoying.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Cool, awesome. Well, coming off of the Deimos update, which I thought was going to be an amazing update, I thought it was pretty lackluster.
Well, the Deimos update was fine. It was the recruit update.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Recruit was the last update technically. I don't know. I didn't like the Deimos one as much, but Recruit was definitely fucking boring as hell to me. I did not like that update at all. I am excited to kind of get in here and mess around with the new ops and stuff like that. So it's being asked, Rainbow Six Siege night again soon. Absolutely, we'll have to lock it in at some point. So
for sure,
right.
Definitely.
Thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full, unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.